Okay, now see here, direct tax का subject, broadly it is divided into two parts. Certain topics are related to income tax procedures. Procedures means how do we file a return of income, and how income tax wala they do the inquiry, and how they do the assessment. So certain topics are related to the procedures, and some topics are related to computation. Computation means 5 heads of income: salary, capital gains, income from business, etc. Although in in CA final they usually don't ask salary, etc. Their main focus is on income from business and capital gains. But whatever, those are called computation topics. But computation topics we'll be doing later. First I am planning to start with procedural topics. So first we'll be starting with procedural topics of income tax. Okay. So in procedural topics, first we have got assessment procedures, and this topic is most important. Usually people find it tough, but trust me, you will find it so simple. Just understand everything with logic, and I'll be explaining everything with reason. And if you understand everything with reason, then only you will get confidence and you will start liking the subject. But the moment you start simply by hearting without understanding the logic and the reason behind that time frustration will start. So the key to understanding any subject is understand with reason and with logic. Okay, so see here, assessment procedure. This topic is broadly divided into 4 parts. Means this is a summary of the topic. Means I will be discussing this topic in 4 parts. Part 1 will be returns. Second part will be inquiry. Means how income tax department does inquiry. That is part 2. And then part 3 will be assessment. This is most important. Assessment. And after that, other sections. Other section means what you know. This entire topic is actually in the range of section 139(1) to section 156. This is a range of sections which we are going to discuss. Now, in this, whatever sections are remaining at the end, I have called them as other sections. All the major sections will be done in first 3 parts: returns, inquiry and assessment. And then all these sundry sections I have put it in other sections. So other sections mean why sections? Because we are going section wise only. But only thing is I have given you the summary in my own way. But actually the law is framed in terms of sections only, na? So in terms of section, if you say our journey is from section 139(1) to section 156 in this topic, okay? But in terms of my pattern, it is 4 parts: returns, inquiry, assessment, other section. Okay, so see here, part 1 is returns. Part 1 we are starting. Okay, now in returns, first section is section 139(1). Look at the screen. First section is section 139(1). This is called voluntary return. Now why it is called voluntary return, I will come to that after some time. But right now understand this section is on voluntary return. Now this section explains us 3 things: who should file return, when to file return, and how to file return. So what are the 3 things you have to study? Who should file, when to file, and how to file. But you know, many students have one more question: why to file? Why to file means it is necessary to file because by way of filing the return, we show our computation of income to income tax department, and that computation income tax department wants to check, because whatever income we earn, on that we pay tax on our own. But whether we have paid the tax properly or not, whether we have hidden some income or not, all that government wants to check. But how will government check? For that you have to first file your return, na? This is the answer to what question? Why to file return? Because if you don't file return, how will income tax department check whether you are paying the tax properly or not? So it is necessary for everyone to file the return, because law has kept full trust on people. Okay, whatever you are earning, honestly pay the tax. But God knows who pays honestly and who doesn't pay. So that's why law wants that everyone who has paid the tax, you simply make your calculation in the form called return and submit us, so that we can check whether you have shown the computation, whether you have done the computation properly or not, and whether you have paid the tax properly or not, you want to check. And since we want to check, you need to file the return. But all these things, it's not written in the act. This is I have to discuss because students will have a question why to file return. But mainly this section, okay, so why to file return, that I explained you informally. But the section 139(1), it talks about only three things: who should file return, when to file, and how to file. So just focus. First I will be discussing who should file. To see who should file may, look at this, there is a chart over here. Look at this. Companies, partnership firm, RAUSO. What is RAUSO? I'll tell you, it is a short form. And FACO. These four people, for them it is compulsory to file the return, irrespective of the size of the income. Whether they have very huge income, less income, no income, loss, irrespective of the size of the income, these four people have to compulsorily file the return. But now we'll have to understand why it is compulsory for these people to file the return, whether they have income or no income, why it is compulsory. So that reason you need to know. I told you everything you should understand with reason. So reason I will tell you. But other than these four people, look at this. Others means other than companies, partnership firm, RAUSO and FACO. Other than these four people, other people have to file the return only if they have big income. Now what is big income? I will talk about that later. Right now just casually remember, only if they have big income, they are supposed to file the return. What is big? We'll discuss after some time. First let me finish the reason for why these four people have to compulsorily file the return. Okay, then I will come to other people. But broadly you just keep in mind, four people, they have to mandatorily file the return irrespective of the size of the income. And for other people, it is not compulsory. Only if their income is big, they are supposed to file the return. Now what is big? We'll discuss after some time. Now see, think why companies, partnership firm and RAUSO and FACO are supposed to compulsorily file the return. See, about RAUSO and FACO you cannot think because you don't know the full form. But try for companies and firms. Why every company and partnership firms are mandatorily required to file a return irrespective of the size of the income. To see, reason is what you know. Companies and partnership firms are big entities. They have got huge potential to earn the income. You know, they have got such potential that they can earn the income in crores. So since they have the potentials of earning the income in crores, law feels they are big people, and law feels that it is necessary to keep in touch with big people. Even if they don't have the income, it is necessary to keep in touch with big entities. And companies and partnership firms are big entities. And keep in touch means what? If companies and partnership firm regularly file the return, there is a constant contact between them and income tax department. And income tax department feels that we don't want to lose contacts with companies and partnership firms. Although in one particular year they might have suffered loss. On loss you don't have to pay tax, but that is one particular year, na? You never know. Company and partnership firm can suddenly start earning income in crores. So that's why what law feels, if we don't want to lose touch with companies and partnership firm, and just to keep in touch with them, it is necessary to file the return. Okay, so that's why companies and partnership firm, what law expects, see whether you have income or not, we are mainly interested in maintaining a continuous touch with you. And that continuous touch will be maintained only if you regularly file the return. It's okay if you don't have the income, don't pay the tax, but at least file the return. Filing the return is not a big task, na? You have to simply fill up the form. You say your income is zero, it's okay, show zero income, but at least file the return on regular basis so that we are in constant touch. So this is the logic of making Companies and partnership firm, compulsory to file the return. Okay. Then, who is the next one? RAUSO. Now see, what is the full form of RAUSO, you know? Look at this. RAUSO means resident person having asset located outside India or having signing authority in an account outside India. What was it? Tell me without looking. Resident person having asset located outside India or having signing authority in an account outside India. Means every person who has got asset in foreign country, it is compulsory to file the return. Even if he says, Baba, my income is zero, I don't have any income, why should I file the return? When I don't have to pay the tax, why should I file the return? So they might think like this. But what law says? We are not interested in whether you are having income or not. You say you don't have income, don't pay tax, but file the return. You see, paying tax is different and filing return is different. In case you don't have income, you don't pay the tax, na? But at least you are supposed to file the return. Now, why government is behind these people? Any person who has asset in foreign country, file the return. Why compulsory for them? Because you know, having asset in foreign country, that means there are high chances that a person might be holding black money. How? Think. What did I say right now? Person having asset in foreign country, there are high chances that he might be holding black money. Now, firstly, what is black money? If you are earning the income, you don't pay the tax on that. So, such income is called black money. Black money is nothing but what? The color is not black. Color is normal. It is just on that income, you are not paid the tax. So, that's why such income is called black money. So, why did I say a person having asset in foreign country, there are high chances that he might be having black money? Because you know, the people who don't pay the tax, the people who hold the black money, usually they hold them in cash. Because we will not keep it in bank account, na? Because if I keep such income on which I have not paid the tax in a bank account, then it will be open up. Means people will come to know that I am having income, and basically I want to hide. I don't want to show, especially the income tax department, that I have earned. So since I don't want to show, since I don't want to disclose, obviously I would prefer to keep such income in cash. And where do you keep that cash? Usually you keep that cash income at your home. But at home also, how much you will hold? Beyond particular extent, you know, it is very difficult to manage such income in cash at your home. Why it is difficult to manage? You are scared. Suddenly income tax department conducts a raid, then you will be gone. People are scared of the raid also, na? See, initially if I am having, say for example, 5-6 lakhs income, and 5-6 lakhs income, I can keep it in cash at my home, I can keep it in my cupboard, I can hide it somewhere because the income is less, na? But what if I have an income of 100 crores? So 100 crores, how will I keep at home? I can keep also, I can buy a flat also for that, to hide the income. But then there is a risk. Suddenly income tax people come at my home for raid, I'll be gone. So you know such people what they do? What they do? They locate all such black money in a foreign country. They feel it is better to not keep cash at my home. And at the same time they cannot keep it at some friend's place also. Friend will eat away the money. So they don't prefer keeping at some unknown people, some friends, stranger ke saath. They don't want to keep the money. They want to keep the money in their custody only. But at the same time keeping at home is risky. So what they prefer? Simply locate all black money in a foreign country. And you know there are many foreign countries where the government is so lenient. They are not bothered. Even if you open a bank account, and even if you deposit 100 crores cash in such bank account, they will not even ask, who are you? There is no KYC requirement also. They have some KYC requirement, but they are not strict as it is in India. In India, if you open the bank account, they will ask 100 questions. But there are many countries who are so lenient. They are not bothered. They will welcome you. You want to open a bank account? Open. And what people do? They nicely open the bank account, and whatever black money they were holding in India, they nicely located in foreign bank account. Not necessarily a foreign bank account. They might purchase some property in foreign country, whatever. But this is a tendency of people holding black money. So this government also knows what? Ki people having black money, we usually prefer to locate all such black money in a foreign country so that they are safe in India. Now if suddenly income tax people comes to my house for conducting raid, they will not find anything because I have located everything in a foreign country. So this is the style of people holding black money. That is why government is becoming little bit skeptical. Okay, if you are having some asset in foreign country, there are high chances that it will be some black money. But it's not necessary. There are some good people also. For example, I am earning income in crores and I have paid the tax also. And with that tax paid income, I have purchased a flat in Dubai. So that is not black income. I paid tax on my income, and with that tax paid income, if I buy a flat in Dubai, so it is white ka paisa. What we call it as white ka paisa. So that is okay, na? But then who knows who is honest and who is culprit? That's why you know what law feels. We though will think you are a culprit. Even though you are honest, we cannot trust that everyone is honest. See, whether you are honest or not, God only knows. But law assumes that people having asset in foreign country, something is fishy. And if someone says, "Arey Baba, nothing is fishy. I am earning the income, I am paying the tax." So that's okay, na? Who is asking you to do something big? We are simply asking you to file the return only, na? File. Filing the return is not a big task. If you are expecting something out of the way, then you can argue. We are good people, we are honest people. It's okay, you are honest. God bless you. But who knows? We though will always have a doubt. That's why any person having asset in foreign country, law says strictly you will have to file the return. You are an honest person, it's okay. But if you are a culprit, then we can keep an eye on you. We can do further inquiry on you. You know, usually a student will get a doubt. Sir, if a person is so culprit that he never paid the tax and he accumulated so much of black money and he has nicely located everything in foreign country, what do you think? He will file the return? People who had got the guts to not pay the tax on so much income and he has nicely located everything in a foreign country, if we expect from him to file a return, he is not going to file the return. People who never bothered to pay the tax, if you tell him file the return, what do you think? Will he file the return? He will not even file the return. So what is the rule? What is the purpose of making such rule? Understood my doubt? A person who never paid the tax and he located everything in a foreign country, if you expect a return file, what do you think? He will file the return? The one who never paid the tax, he will not even file the return. So what is the purpose of making such rule? So see, question is good, but you know, by making such rule, people get alert. People get a warning that government is behind us. So that psychological fear controls such tendency. What tendency? Earning the income, not paying the tax, nicely locating in foreign country. These tendencies are controlled psychologically, because when Narendra Modi makes an announcement across India that anyone who is having property in foreign country, he will have to file the return. So just by this announcement, people get scared. So at least those people who are planning such things, what things? Okay, I will also locate my black money in a foreign country, I will not pay tax. Such people will get scared. So basically law wants to create that psychological fear. Otherwise, see, it is impossible to catch a person. Beyond particular extent, you have heard that dialogue of Don. डॉन को पकड़ना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है. तो it's kind of this only. The people who are not ready to pay the tax, whatever you do, he will never pay the tax. His mentality is such. But then at least by making the rule, what kind of rule? You will have to file the return. Anyone having property in foreign country, you will have to file the return. Such rule creates fear in the mind of people. So today, if I am also planning, I am me, your sir. If I am also planning, what? I will also earn the income. I will never pay the tax. And when I get lot of black money, I will locate in a foreign country. I will get scared. Because I have a rule at the back of the mind. For such people, it is compulsory to file the return. God knows what government will do. So that fear will control me. And I am explaining the logic of making such rule. Otherwise, if a person is not willing to file the return, he will not even file the return. He will say, what? I never paid tax. You think I will file the return? I will not file. So let him not file. God is watching him. But at least we can control some people who are scared. So that is the idea of making Rauso people compulsory to file the return. You know, Rauso, if you see Rauso, what is R in that? Resident. See, it is only for resident people. Law cannot make it mandatory for a non-resident. Because see, if a non-resident is holding property in foreign country, so nothing is fishy. He is a non-resident. Obviously, the one who stays abroad, he will have property abroad. So nothing is fishy. When something looks fishy, when people like us, we are holding property in foreign country, then something is fishy. You are staying in India, you are staying in Mumbai, how come you have property in London, Singapore? Something is fishy. So that's why this rule is only for we people. We means resident people. And see one more thing. What is written over here? Read. Resident person having asset located outside India or having signing authority in an account outside India. Now see, what is the importance of signing authority, You know, some people are very smart. They think if I locate my black money in a foreign bank account and if the account is in my name, I will come in limelight. And they don't want to get highlighted. You are having bank account in Singapore, in this country, that country. So he doesn't want to get highlighted because he is scared. So you know what he has done? He has opened a bank account in a foreign country, but the bank account is in the name of his mother. It is in the name of his mother. Mummy ke naam ka bank account he has opened. And you know what he has done? All the black money he has deposited in his mummy's account. Thinking that my mother is just a housewife, no one will even doubt my mother that she might be having black money, etc. So thinking that he has opened an account in a foreign country, but account name is mother's name. It is in the name of mother that account is operated. But then he is scared. What? If I open an account in the name of my mother, mother will take away my money. Because the person who holds the account, it becomes his property. Although I have deposited, but I am scared. The account is in the name of my mother will take away the money and run away. And these people have got no feelings for mother, father, etc. They want money, money, money. So they have such mentality. So you know what such people do? They open the account in the name of mother, but they make an arrangement where his sign is also valid. He will have operating rights. What operating rights? Bank account operating rights he wants to control in his hands. Because he is worried that if I open the account in the name of mummy and my mummy takes away the money, then what? So he wants his control also. So to keep his control, he has done such arrangement that his sign will be valid in that account. He has signing authority in that account. He can also operate that account. Although officially the account is in the name of mummy. This also people do. And what law says? We are not a fool. Listen to a rule. If you are planning such thing also, so we understand. So now in such case, your mother becomes Rao. You become so. Then understand. For us, your mother is Rao, means resident mother, having bank account in a foreign country. So for us, your mother is Rao, and you are so means SO is, what is SO? You are having signing authority in that account. So your mother will also have to file the return. Even you will have to file the return. Your mother will file the return because she is RAO. RAO, resident person having asset outside India. And you will have to file the return because you are SO means having signing authority. So in such arrangement, my mother will also be liable. Even I will be liable. But it's okay. So people who are honest, they don't have to worry. Law is simply asking you to what? Just fill the form of return. So if you are honest, why are you scared? But people who are not honest, they are tax evaders. They will be scared of filing the return, etc. Because they are worried what government will do after I file the return. They will be behind me. They feel scared. So in short, I was explaining about having signing authority in an account outside India. So see here, look at the full form now. Read, what is written? Resident person having asset located outside India. Now see, asset means it can be any asset. Although I gave the example of a bank account, but it is not necessary to have a bank account. It can be a residential house, it can be a land, it can be anything. Asset is a general term. So what is it? Resident person having asset located outside India or having signing authority in an account outside India. So for these people, it is compulsory to file a return even if they say, I don't have income in a particular year, I suffered loss. It's okay, Baba. You have to file the return because of the fact that you are having property outside India, or even if you are not having the property, your sign is applicable in such property. So you will be liable to file the return. So see here, I was discussing about who should file the return. To answer, companies, it is compulsory to file. Partnership firm, compulsory to file. Rauso, compulsory to file. Now what is the next person? FACO. Even FACO is my code word. What is the full form? I will tell you. Look at this. In FACO, F stands for foreign travel. If a person has spent more than 2 lakhs on foreign travel, whether it is his own travel or travel of anyone, anyone means anyone, he has sponsored travel of his friend, son, daughter, brother, mother, anyone, spending more than 2 lakhs, are you listening? Spending more than 2 lakhs on foreign travel, that means you are not a poor person. You are definitely rich people. You are definitely rich person. Usually a middle class or a below middle class person, he cannot afford to spend on foreign travel. They simply roam in India. But once you start earning more income, then you feel like going to foreign country, etc. So that law also knows na. That's why law has made a rule that once you have spent something on foreign travel, and that also more than 2 lakhs, that means definitely you are having good income. You might say, no, I don't have income, I don't have anything to pay as tax. It's okay, don't pay tax, but you file the return. Because we want to keep in touch with such people also. Because you are spending on foreign travel, that means something is there in this person. And what law thinks, whether you pay tax or not, we want to keep in touch with all big people. Companies, partnership firm, they to always are big people. Huh? But people like us will also become big people if we start spending on foreign travel of more than 2 lakhs. Whether you go to foreign, send someone else, spending more than 2 lakhs on a foreign travel, that means you're a big person. You will have to file the return. Then next criteria, see, F is done, F. Electricity bills. Spending more than 1 lakh. Spending more than 1 lakh on electricity bills. That is also sign of good status. Because usually annual electricity bill doesn't come to more than 1 lakh. But you are spending more than 1 lakh, that means either you are having a big business where there is lot of consumption of electricity power, that is why you are spending more than 1 lakh, or whatever, you say you don't have a business. At home also, your residential electricity bill also, if you are spending more than 1 lakh in a year, that means you are living in high standards. So this is also a sign of status symbol. See, basically this FACO means what, you know, these are certain criteria which makes government feel that you are having a good standard of living, you are having good standard of income. So we want you to file the return. Even though you claim, I didn't have any income in this year, my tax liability is zero, it's okay, don't pay tax. But that form of return you will have to submit. So what was he spending? You will have to remember the threshold limits. 1 lakh. What was in foreign travel? 2 lakhs. Electricity, it is more than 1 lakh. Then in FACO, next alphabet is C. C stands for deposit in current account more than 1 crore. Depositing more than 1 CR in a current account. In one or more current account with a bank. Means in a bank, I might have 2 current accounts also, 3 current accounts also. So whether it is 1 account, 2 account, 10 accounts, with a particular bank, if you can deposit more than 1 crore, that too in a current account, that means something is there. Because usually who has current account? Businessman. So firstly, current account is held by a businessman, and that also such current account where you can deposit in 1 year more than 1 CR. That means you are having good flow of income. Otherwise, if you are not having flow of income, why would you deposit so much amount in a current account? And that also the income is flowing in your business. So that also government, that also makes feel that you are having high income. But you might argue, no, this year though I had suffered huge losses, my income was there, but there are so many expenditure, what should I do? It's okay, don't pay tax. We are not arguing with you, you have to pay tax only. We are simply asking you to file the return, because depositing more than 1 CR in a current account makes us feel that you are having definitely good size of income. Now you might show your net profit. See, current account deposit is deposit, na? You might show your net profit as loss. It's okay, we believe your loss. But you file the return, and after you file the return, we will also check what loss you are having. A person who can deposit in current account more than 1 CR, he is having loss. We will also start doing inquiry. But that inquiry can start when?